everyone still thinks Ben needs to shoot, but surround him with shooters and you're going to talk about it a lot less.
Yeah, like we said before, it's just going to be a completely different team. If you have someone that can catch and shoot when Ben drives and stops at the free throw line and kicks it out.
It changes the entire offense. And with that being said, I just want to touch on this really, really quick. Ben was a total all-star starter snub.
Oh, my God.
He should have gotten it over Trae Young.
It's
insane. The only thing Trae averages more than him is points a game.
Yeah.
And, to be honest, it's not even by that much. I think Trae Young should have been an all-star. He's having a really good season.
Yeah.
I just think Simmons should have started. I mean, if not for anything, his defensive ability. I mean, dude, Trae Young might be, the worst defender in the league.
Yeah. I mean, all he really does is just score. He's a scorer. That's it. And at a point guard position, he's sort of like what people, I feel like, expect a point guard to be, is just go out and shoot, or sort of what they want Ben to be is if he just goes out and shoots. But then if he goes out and averages 28 points a game with shooting threes and field goals, then other stuff might go
very
down.
Well in a starting role
rebounds. So
the other day.
It's sort of going to be tricky
as well as
to
you
find
could ask
that
him
middle
to.
balance.
Yeah,
I know certainly when they threw out the starting five out there and Shake Milton was there, on social media, a lot of people were having problems with it, but I don't think he did a bad job at all. I think he did very well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I couldn't have said it better. I think he did as well as you could ask him to do. I think Shake Milton has the potential to contribute on this team, definitely. Let's shout out some of these younger guys. I mean, I was just about ready to, I don't know, do anything when I saw Furkan, Zaire Smith, and Shake Milton on the floor all at the same time.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Was it Furkan, Shake, and Zaire, or was it Matisse, Zaire, and Furkan?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Any combination of those four is awesome.
It sort of just brings a smile to your face.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the young guys are really starting to contribute on this team. I mean, it sucks. Zaire, immediately steps on the floor and gets an ankle sprain.
Yeah.
So he's going to be out for who knows how long. It shouldn't be too long, but that was upsetting.
That's the Sixers curse, man.
Yeah, that was upsetting. But with that, I mean, it means Mariel Shayok is going to get, they just called him up, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, I think Shayok is, he's really good at shooting.
Yeah.
He's a really good shooter. He's been killing it in the G League. Doesn't have the quickest release. He's kind of slow, honestly. He has a really high release, though. He's big. He's a tall guy.
Yeah.
It's weird that I feel like Shayok could provide what the Sixers need, the most out of any of their two-way guys, out of any of their G League guys. They're young guys, I will say, but they haven't decided to call him up yet.
Yeah, which I'm not really sure why. Whenever you have someone doing well in the G League, just bring them up for a game.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you need shooting as bad as you do.
Yeah.
When you're the Sixers. Because, dude, he's really good.
Yeah.
He's a really good shooter. I'm not going to talk about any of his other stuff. I haven't seen him enough, but I've seen him enough to know he's a really good shooter.
Yeah.
You can look at his numbers, he's a really good shooter. So I'm excited for that. And then let's talk about Furkan. Furkan's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Furkan Korkmaz, dude.
Yeah.
Who would have known, thank God no other team in the league saw something in Furkan.
Yeah.
Because we were we're moving on from Furkan. We're going to find somebody else. And then Furkan literally couldn't get picked up by another team, and we couldn't find somebody. So we were like, I guess we'll bring you back now.
Yeah.
And then he's been really good this year for us. He's been our best shooter. He's been great, dude.
Yeah.
I love Furkan, man.
Dude.
He's the Furkan best.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. And he's got the highest three-point percentage on the team.
Yeah, dude. He's great. Furkan's been playing well. And let's talk about Matisse Thybulle.
That bull, Thybulle.
I love Matisse Thybulle, bro.
I love me some Matisse.
So let me bring this up. Shout out to Seamus Clancy, because I couldn't have said it better myself. When I tell you this, this is a tweet from Seamus. So this is a quote, not my words. Copyright to Seamus Clancy. What more can be said about Matisse Thybulle? If I had a vote, it's an embarrassment to the NBA that I don't. Thybulle would be an easy selection for an all-defensive team this season, as well as a lock for the all-rookie first team. His presence is pure electricity on the court. He nabbed 5 steals against the Lakers and proved competent in defending LeBron for the first time in his life. He's the Washington player Philadelphia deserves. Matisse is the only player in the league who has a steal rate of at least 3.8% and a block rate of at least 3.7%. He's 13th in the NBA in steals, despite just averaging 20 minutes per game. He also missed some time. He also said maybe we should start calling Thybulle Pound Cake because he's the king of stocks, which I'm guessing is steals and blocks together. He also said, stay tuned for the last sentence where I say the worst thing I've ever said in my life, which is calling Matisse Pound Cake. But I don't know. Shout out to Seamus Clancy.
Yeah,
that's a good ass tweet. And seriously, dude. Only player in the league averaging 3.8 steals and 3.7 blocks.
Yeah, and I think
he's so good at the defense.
Yeah, what he said, he's definitely first team all defense for the rookies.
Absolutely, dude. I think he should be all NBA defense.
Oh yeah, 100%. And
dude,
I know
he's he's insanely good on defense. He's so smart, dude. Imagine watching LeBron. Matisse Thybulle isn't that much older than us. Imagine watching LeBron your entire life, and then you have to guard him. And on the first possession you guard him, you fucking steal the ball from him.
Dude, it's insane.
And that's just I feel like that's that's a good summary of Matisse's rookie year so far. Is I feel like he gets a steal every single time he's on the court, it seems like.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't get a steal, he's going to get a deflection or he's causing something to break up the offense going on.
He's so great on defense. He's shooting better than we thought. I mean, Matisse just makes me happy, man.
Yeah.
He makes me very happy.
I think he definitely should be talked about for maybe Rookie of the Year, but I feel like it's definitely no one's really going to vote for him. But I think it's because everyone just looks at Ja Morant. I think he's definitely going to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, Zion has the potential to grab it if he just keeps up what he's been doing in these first couple games. But Ja Morant's also been incredible all year.
Yeah, and Matisse Thybulle, I know among the rookies, he leads in total steals and then total steals per game. And then I'm pretty sure he's top 5 in total rebounds and then averaging for rebounds per game as well. So the really thing he's only missing is the offensive numbers, but that'll come with time. I definitely
he's a defensive specialist, dude.
Yeah, dude, I definitely take someone who is insanely good at defense like he is. And then maybe... I mean, he's not awful at offense.
No.
It's not like he averages a point a game. He's got some offense to him, and it's not like he's just an awkward player that can only play defense. He's very athletic, and he's got a good jump shot. So, I mean, that's definitely something that he'll easily work on in the offseason and that the Sixers are going to push him to do because if he can provide us with some offense, then he's going to be a really good player for us.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so happy that Matisse is on our team, man. He's such a nerdy Sixers fan guy that we're all gonna love.
Yeah, and
we love some defense here
100%.
in Philadelphia.
And I know the one game it's funny because before Mike Scott was sort of taking Matisse under his wing, and Matisse is just this super nice guy who's always smiling. But then the one defensive possession, the refs called a foul, and then Matisse screamed, "That's bullshit." So you sort of see Mike Scott's influence on him coming out with
Mike
that.
Scott. The Hive.
Yeah.
Not fuck Mike Scott. He's not playing very well.
No, he's been struggling lately.
I love Mike Scott, but dude, step it up.
He's sort of just dissolved out of nowhere.
I mean, I don't know if it's whether he's washed or if he's just not playing well. I mean, you gotta expect some time like this out of Mike Scott. Hopefully he can pick it up. We've talked about him before.
Yeah. I'm also something else I would like to talk about is I'm not really sure what Brett Brown has against Trey Burke and this whole battle for the backup point guard position between him and Raul Neto.
Yeah.
But Neto's just been getting all of the minutes for some reason, and if you're gonna have them battle it out, then I think Burke should get some more minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I think the silver lining is fuck both of them.
Yeah.
Give Shake Milton all the minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree though, because you'd think. Neto's not the best. Burke's a better shooter than Neto.
Yeah, and I don't like...
So you would think you would put in Burke a little bit more just to get some shooting in your offense. I mean, Neto can shoot, but...
Yeah, and I'm not like a Neto hater. Like some
Yeah.
people just can't stand Neto and think that Trey should be in the game the whole time. But let's just... I mean, I think if you're not decided, then let's just give them both some
Yeah, give them both
time.
some minutes. And like we were talking about the young guys, I'm excited to see where this leads with those guys.
Yeah.
See where they contribute moving forward. Quick update on Joel Embiid. He's still out, and I believe we're looking at like a next week return, possibly.
Yeah, maybe later this week, early next week.
Yeah,
hopefully.
maybe later. He's probably. I believe they have a game tonight.
Against the Warriors.
Yeah, they have a game tonight against the Warriors. I don't think Joel's going to play tonight.
No, and it's sort of games like this where don't rush them back.
Yeah, absolutely.
When we are facing really bad teams, that we should just blow them out. Like he
Are
doesn't
we
have
home?
to. I'm not sure, but we're 13-point favorites. I can look that up real quick.
I would like to think we're home because if we're 13-point favorites, we're 21-2 at home now, which is insane. Like, oh my god, I wish we could have gotten the 1 seed, but it's already too late.
Yeah,
But really wish you could be home tonight. So Joel is aiming for a return sometime next week.
yeah,
probably.
The Sixers are home tonight.
Yeah. So
This should be an ugly one.
we should. It's either going to be a dominant victory like it should, or it's going to be way too close. And I mean, it could go any way with the Sixers. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable going into any game with the Sixers,
Um,
regardless of how good they've been playing.
Yeah, if you've been paying attention to the Sixers for as long as we have, you know that anytime we face a bad team, it sort of makes you nervous because we lose to bad teams.
Yeah, and we play to our opponent. The Eagles do that too. It's
Yeah.
weird. We play to the level of our opponent. It's
Yeah.
weird and it's annoying. But and then, I mean, we'll talk some trades real quick. I mean, we've gotten into it, and I don't want to spend too much time on it because we got into it the past couple weeks on the podcast. But I just had some interesting ideas. Like, what would you give up for like Chris Paul? to
Chris
come in?
Paul? Is he coming off the
He
bench?
sounded shook.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to say Chris Paul.
Like, what would you? I mean, it seems unrealistic, but like, no, Chris Paul in the starting lineup
With Ben?
with Ben,
Him at shooting guard?
probably Paul at 2.
Paul at 2?
I know, or you can have Chris Paul come on. It doesn't really. I don't know. I haven't worked out the kinks. I'm just thinking of somebody who you can trust. Chris Paul's having like the best season he's had in years.
Yeah, and you
I
sort
mean,
of,
and you're thinking it must get fucking annoying playing in that offense with James Harden, bro.
yeah.
Seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
not to go into that, but Chris Paul's playing really well. So I don't know. What would you give up
especially-
for Chris Paul?
I don't know.
Because
I
I think Chris Paul he's really good. It's realistic. It's not like super unrealistic. Like it could happen. It 90% won't happen. He will most likely stay with OKC.
yeah.
But I don't know. It's just interesting to think about what you would give up to get Chris Paul.
Yeah.
I'm
And-
just thinking he's like the first player that comes to mind when I think of somebody like veteran type guy, leader type guy. You wouldn't have to give up crazy amount of stuff for. He's not super expensive on the contract, and he's a guy who you trust with the ball in his hands at the end of the game.
Yeah, and he definitely flies under the radar being an OKC.
Yeah,
because they
absolutely.
don't get a lot of coverage over there. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting CP3 if we didn't have to give up a lot for him. But I know that the Sixers recently that they were in talks to get Bogdanovich.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, and they said that we were just really firm on what we want and what we're going to give up for him. So, I mean, if we could pull that out, that would be cool.
Yeah. I'd like to think Thybulle's off the table.
Oh, he has to be.
I wouldn't be surprised if they moved Zaire at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they moved like Mike Scott at the trade deadline. Maybe Ennis.
Yeah.
Someone like that. Thinking those young guys though, I think Zaire's probably like our most valuable trade piece right now.
Yeah.
Honestly. For a team that's looking more in the future. If you're talking right now, you're probably looking at like Mike Scott. as our most valuable trade that we're willing to trade. We're
Yeah.
not trading Furkan.
No.
Like, it would be Furkan, but we're